Hi, this is Jen Schaefer. Thank you for joining me as I continue on with my planner series. Here you can see last week's 4th of July themed layout completely filled in. I love the fireworks mixed in that really make the page feel festive. This week, I'm planning the week of July 10th through the 16th, which includes visiting my husband's family for a family reunion. I started this week the same way I always do, by placing my header stickers. I'm going to continue using the ones from Planner Sticker Jubilo on Etsy this week. For the colors, I've chosen several green and teal stickers that go together pretty well. I decided because 3 of the 7 colors have a greener tone and 3 days of the week are on the left page, that I would put the green stickers on the first 3 days of the week. That works out to have 4 teal stickers on the right page with the 4 days. I also decided to have the lightest colors towards the middle because the light green matches the light teal better than the darker versions of the color. It's not a perfect gradient, but by splitting up the colors I feel like it's less noticeable. Another option would have been to mix up the colors and go with every other day, but that idea hadn't occurred to me at the time. When I was happy with where my today headers were placed, I put in my to-do and little things sections. With my headers in place, I started picking out heart checklists for my to-do section. I had an easy time figuring out which dark teal to use because I had one that exactly matched. For the other teals, I think I must have used their closest versions in a previous week's spread, so I moved on to the green while I decided what I wanted to do. Again, these colors were easier because their exact matches were available. I always seem to have a little trouble putting these stickers in place. Luckily, these stickers are fairly high quality and are repositionable, so I had no issue peeling them up and replacing them until I was happy with where they looked. With greens in place, I went back to the teals and found my closest 3 matches. They ended up being a bit bluer than I would have liked, but I don't think it's noticeable in the end spread. I always end up with a mix of colors between my washi tape, happy planner stickers, coloring, and such that the overall look always ends up like a good mix and match anyways. I never looked back at a planner page and thought, wow, this really doesn't match, so I think it's fine. Next on my list is to add my today and to-do items. This week's pretty straightforward, at least until the weekend. Because we were going to a family reunion this week, I want all of us to get our hair cut. It's also only a month until my second son is due, and I want this particular task taken care of before he arrives. So, my son has a haircut appointment on Monday, and mine is on Wednesday. I just cut my husband's hair a few weeks ago, so he may have me cut it again, or he may go without. It'll depend on our schedule and whether he asks me to. Tuesday, my best friend invited me to a health expo specifically focused on toddler and small children topics. Because we both have small children, it was a fun and worthwhile experience. She even won a year membership to the family group, and I won a small box of chocolates, so it was certainly a fun way to spend the evening. The plan for Wednesday was to meet my husband for lunch, but after filming this, we decided to skip. He has a 4 o'clock doctor's appointment, so he decided to work the second half of the day from home and come home for lunch. So technically we did have lunch together, it was just at home rather than meeting him at work. For my to-do list this week, I'll end up adding some tasks like packing and cleaning, but I'm not sure what day those will end up on. I do know that I want to make a lot of progress on my planner episodes though, so be sure to write in tasks for those. I'm trying out a new schedule where I post a memory planner episode in addition to my usual plan with me, and my first one went up on Wednesday, so be sure to check that out. I haven't settled on which day they will go up, but I'm thinking Wednesday will work for now. I'd also like to get into the habit of posting some type of crafting or card making video on Mondays, but that'll likely wait until my second son is here to see what my schedule is like. We have our usual story time at the library on Thursday again, which should be fun. I'm not sure, but I don't think they're going to continue in August, so I want to make it to as many as I can. Friday, we hit 35 weeks in our pregnancy. We are also making the drive to Michigan to visit my husband's family. Their annual family reunion is on Sunday. Luckily, my husband was able to take Monday off work, so we don't have to make the drive home that day as well. It's certainly possible, and we've done it before, but it'll be nice having a relaxing drive rather than one late at night. I added in a few more to-do items, then I was done with my functional items and ready to start on decoration. For the bottom bar of the page, I decided between 2 green decorative washi tapes from this recollection set. I ended up going with the more plaid look because it vaguely reminded me of a picnic blanket, and the reunion is at a campground. I thought it was a cute way to help tie the colors and theme together. Because this is a thicker washi tape, I decided to use just 1 strip of it and keep it towards the bottom of the page, so I could give it sort of a ground to anchor my other decorations to. I put this washi on both the left and right side. My cut on the right side got a little messed up, but I'll end up putting a sticker over it, so you won't be able to tell in the final spread. Then I went to my sidebar because I wanted to add a little something to it. I decided on a strip of teal washi tape, which is what I was going to put on the bottom bar until I found the patterned washi I really liked. I turned my planner sideways because it seemed easier to put the washi in place horizontal rather than vertical. With this in place, I cut any excess off from both ends. Next, I moved on to my stamped images. As I've said in previous episodes, this month my theme is Christmas in July. And for this week, I've chosen several Lawn Fawn stamp sets that feature penguins to use in my decorations. Penguins are my favorite animal, so I don't consider them specific to the holidays, and I think their black and white coloring goes really well with the monochrome green look that I have in my planner. You'll probably notice that I'm not making any changes to the accessories on several of the penguins. This is because even though this is a July spread, these are still creatures that live primarily in cold weather regions. So I feel like they would still wear cold weather gear in the summer months. Another thing you might notice is that I'm stamping 3 copies of each of the penguins. I plan on using 2 copies of each in this planner, and 1 of each in my memory planner. So if you'd like to see more of these penguins, be sure to check out my episode next Wednesday for my memory planner. In addition to the penguins, I also stamped out several accessories and the small birds from the party animal stamp set. This will help me set my scene and make it look less like a holiday spread. When I felt I had enough images stamped, I moved on to coloring. This week, I'm using my Prismacolor colored pencils. The 12 pencil set I have includes 2 greens, which I thought would work well for this week's colors. I went with the obvious color first, and colored in the penguins' bodies black. I decided on a very minimal level of shading, because I have a lot of images to color this week, and didn't want to spend a large amount of time on it. Especially because that means that I have a lot of images to cut out as well. When I was done coloring in the black sections of the penguin, I used orange to fill in his beak and feet. Then I moved on to the earmuffs. I decided that all of the accessories should be in greens and teals to match my planner layout. So I colored them light green, then added some dark green for a little dimension. For the party hat, I wanted to use a teal color. I don't have a teal in my set though, so I laid down a base color of blue, then layered some green on top of it. The 2 colors both show through and give a teal appearance. When I decided I was happy with the look I was getting out of my colored pencils with these images, I started coloring in the rest of the penguins and accessories. A way to more quickly color these images is to try to color all the parts that are a specific color at once. So I first went in with my black and colored all the silverware as well as the penguins' bodies. Then I went in with orange for the penguins' beaks and feet, and finally greens and blues for all the accessories. I also brought in a touch of brown for the cakes and ice cream cones. Back in my planner, I started adding decoration by picking out some Happy Planner stickers. For the weekend banner, I found this cute green Weekend with the Fam sticker that I think is perfect for a family reunion weekend. The sticker book I normally use for my step tracker is mostly out of green or teal stickers, so I had to improvise. I found some stickers in my rainbow sticker book that I thought would work alright though. They are arrows with green or teal borders that have a very similar feel to the step trackers. They just don't say steps in them. So I picked out several of each color and placed them towards the bottom of my little things section. I went with every other color as opposed to trying to do green on one side and teal on the other, because there's a pretty drastic difference between these 2 colors, and I thought it would be more noticeable that way. Being around all the green, the teal certainly looks more like a dark green than a dark teal though, so I'm happy about that. My next task was to start decorating the sidebar. I found this cute teal watercolor looking sticker in a Happy Planner sticker book. I like that it pulls some of the teal coloring to the left rather than the large amount of green that's there. I fixed the bottom loop in the J of July that had been covered up by the sticker. Then I added my next week's section. I found a small lined teal box, then gave it a header by adding in a green arrow sticker that says later. Next, I started filling in my next week's section. Next week, our biggest plan is that we are going to Chicago. My husband and I both play a game called Pokemon Go, and there's a big event there next week that we were able to get tickets to. My son loves playing outside, so we're hoping he'll have fun while we're there as well, and we're planning a more family-focused event like a zoo or children's museum for Sunday. If you know the area and think there's something we should check out while we're there, please leave me a comment below and let me know. My sister and niece are also coming to visit that week, so that should be fun. As the last sticker before adding in my penguins, I found this cute green circle sticker that matches the other green colors and says, "Hello today." I thought it was a cute, quirky little addition. Next, I was finally ready to add my penguins. I tried to space them out pretty evenly so that no 2 same penguins were next to each other, and also that I had a decent mix of the greens and teals. I used my bottom washi as a sort of table to put the cakes on and a ground for the penguins so that they didn't look like they were just floating in space. For my sidebar, I decided to have 2 of the penguins holding balloons. I love how balloons are so good at filling in vertical space like this. When I was happy with my placement, I started sticking everything down. I also used a pen to draw on the strings for the balloons, as well as the feet for the baby birds, which I colored to look like baby penguins. Because they're so small, I thought the baby penguins would work well to fill in some of the space in the days that don't have a lot of things going on. When I was done with that, my planner spread was complete. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed my latest planner episode. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button, and if you'd like to see more like it or more from me, please subscribe. Be sure to check the description for further details, and I hope to see you again next time.